David Alien, you want me to play you some Saiyanz? You know, when I read the chat, I think about Saiyanz, my buddy. Listen, I got no animosity toward him. When it comes to Saiyanz, I'm like Sam Tripoli. Listen, I ain't got no problem with anyone. We're going to show you a couple things because I think they're important, but I will say this. You know, it's predictable. That's the word I'm looking for. It would be predictable of me to hate. This is why I don't like hating on the people who hate me. I'll tell you why. It's predictable. It's gay. When somebody hates me first, I almost feel that I need to pretend I like them. Because it's too predictable to hate the guy just because he hates you. I always said this, like, I like to choose who I hate. So when somebody talks shit about me, I can't just hate them simply because they're talking shit about me. That would just mean that I have a problem with them talking shit about me, so I'm pretending to hate them. So it is very hard to hate somebody that started with you first. It's a fool's move. So whenever somebody hates me, I go, I think they're pretty cool. But it's very tough. Saiyanz, of course, is somebody who I would have hated if you didn't hate me first.
So now we like you.
Do you understand how this works? But I wanted to show you a couple of clips from Saiyanz, and I'm not going to state my opinion. These are neither here nor there. You've heard people say that. This first clip is Saiyanz's stepmother. It's like a, what's her name? Nicki Minaj, Beyonce verse. Stepmother. Your kids will understand that one. Pull Me Up. Saiyanz's mom came in and they had a little fight. The only reason I'm showing you this is not to pile. I don't like actually piling on my easies. When Jesse PS was banned from YouTube, did you see me pile on? I think even Jesse in his head goes, you know what? That's a classy move. You don't pile on to people that are that easy. So when I saw this clip, I fought long and hard with myself. You go, do you show this clip? This is not to pile on. This is to show you, you know, we got to help Saiyanz. He's being abused. He's being abused by a white, a privileged white. This is called Saiyanz's mom beats him up. This just happened. You know, he lives, I guess, with his stepmom or mother-in-law. Who's this woman? The mother of his
girlfriend's mom.
So Saiyanz knocked up this girl. And they had, you know, Saiyanz, that Mexican guy, and they had babies. But they can't be trusted to live with these kids themselves. Or so the internet says. I mean, I don't know it, and I don't want to insult the guy. Because I think he's cool.
I do want to insult him, kind of.
Really? You do? Oh, yeah. Let's see how that goes.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah. Okay.
Just gave you a taste.
Okay.
So he knocked up this girl, but they don't have the funds to do it themselves.
They're in dire straits.
So they live with the girl's mother, who is this white witch. And the mother...
Imagine being so poor you have to live with a witch.
Well, I don't know if that's so bad. I mean, we saw the movie The Blair Witch. You know,
let me have that one at least.
In the movie The Blair Witch, you know how there's that woman at the beginning? They're interviewing like townspeople at the beginning. There's this old woman. I thought that was the Blair Witch, that woman at the beginning.
Yeah.
I turned the movie off at that part. I go, too scary. Okay, so he lives with this woman, and it's extreme poverty. And apparently, I'm not making this up, he broadcasts out of a closet. And again, I'm not trying to knock him down. I just thought this clip was so good that you need to see it. It's part of the history of it all. And he broadcasts out of a closet, and apparently this woman is listening to the live stream always, every time. She's in the other room monitoring his live stream. Remember that time we got into a little fisticuffs there with Saiyanz, and his mother cut the stream. Came in, he cut the stream or something like that. Remember that?
She's always scratching at the door.
She's making her markings.
Every few minutes on his stream, you can hear the doorknob rattling with her going, dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, and then you look, no one's there. Here's Saiyanz. It's in a private group. Wouldn't that be awesome if Saiyanz just picked up a guitar and rocked like that? Yeah. My enemies never rock. All right, here it is. This is, you know this screen very well. And somebody made a good point. They go, listen, Saiyanz's great. Imagine every R in this chat, 92 R's in this chat. Who said this? Pat Marr, the kid?
The kid. Love him.
If it weren't for people like Saiyanz, all these R's would be in the Red Bar chat with you.
So
ruining
we should
Red Bar.
be thanking him.
So we actually we've readjusted here. We've reassessed, and we like that these people, without Mersh, without him, we'd be flooded with those people. We'd be fucked. Thank you, Pat. You made a great point. Let's see what happens to Saiyanz. Although, again, I like this person. That's not sarcasm. I don't do sarcasm that I never tell you the truth to. That's hate. Here you go. Here's the clip.
Fuck you drink every fucking night of the week.
You lost your daughter's car.
So here.
Yeah.
And put us in debt.
Yeah.
All right. So he
Sure
said,
I did, Kyle.
this is all real. He's in this. It's a It's not a joke. It's a closet that he's in. Apparently, this is what they say. And she's listening. And apparently, he did something. She's this white woman. You know, she looks like Matt, the Bachelor Matt's mom. If she was poor.
Did you guys know that Mike predicted that Colton was gay?
Yes.
From the day one.
We can do that
laying
later,
eyes
yeah.
on him?
But that guy Colton from The Bachelor, I said he was gay so many times to the point where I was blocked by him, his girlfriend, and his girlfriend's sister, because every day of the year I would comment, "You're gay, just admit it, please come out." I hate when people won't admit they're gay. I gay bash closeted gays, and once they come out of the closet, they're fine. I was blocked by all three of them for calling him gay for 2 years. And then he comes out on the Today Show as gay like 2 weeks ago.
Can you believe?
Can I get unblocked, please, with an apology? It's like, what the fuck?
I think that you deserve an apology.
I predicted all. All right, here he is, and she's mad at something he does. I'll let it play, and you could decide what we saw here. By your own eyes. Here.
Fuck you drink every fucking night of the week.
You lost your daughter's car.
Yeah.
And put us in debt.
Yeah. Sure I did, Kyle.
Yeah, you did.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you took advantage of your daughter and fucked her man back when she was 18.
Whenever she yells at him, I guess he tries to be cool once she leaves. So he's like really scared when she comes in, and then when she leaves, he goes, "Yeah, you abused your daughter, and you also stole a lot of money." And then she hears it on the speakers outside, because it's like the Tonight Show, where they got speakers in the green room.
That's a classic move when you're with your friends at your house and your mom goes, "Get over here," and talks to you, and then you go back to the friends when you're like 14, and you're like, "Ugh, she's such a bitch."
What did you say? Oh, I said you were itch.
Fuck you drink every fucking night of the week.
You lost your daughter's car.
Yeah.
And put us in debt.
Yeah. Sure I did, Kyle.
Yeah, you did.
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, you took advantage of your daughter and fucked her man back when she was 18.
I did not fuck you.
And then she comes in and she starts hitting him. It is an adult hit. We rarely get to see a streaming hit.
Yeah, you took advantage of your daughter and fucked her man.
So she hears
back when she was 18.
She wait. There she is. And she comes in, she's half transparent.
Oh my.
She comes in and hits this old woman with long, stringy white hair.
I can't
And she
believe that he
comes
has to
in
live with this
And
woman.
this isn't footage from the old 80s. Here, let's watch this again. I'll zoom in.
I did not fuck you. You motherfucker.
I said her man, not me, weirdo. Whoa, stop trying to be part of me. You'll never be part of me, fat ugly. You tried fucking her man, flop.
You know, that's the whole clip. You know, to normal people, this is extremely insane and terrifying.
Does he know that his life is horror? Is he even aware of that? Or does he just think this is how people live?
That's what happened with his stepmom. If something like that happened to me, you'd never see me again. I'd be so humiliated.
Yes.
So let's see this other clip we got from him today. And this is the good one. This is Sam Tripoli. So he called in, and you know the thing I like a lot about Saiyanz, but what I don't like about him is he actually wants to be friends with the fools he covers. Okay,
I've seen this before. This
is not cool. Like, imagine if like Josh Denny Skyped into the show, and then I was like, "Oh, I actually." Like, imagine if I was groveling and trying to be friends with Josh Denny. So I didn't know this about him, but, you know, Saiyanz covers Brian Callen and Sam Tripoli all the time. And, you know, he's talking shit about them all the time. I thought he hates them. Apparently, he just wants to be friend. He just wants to be part of it all.
Well, who can blame him? He's in this horrible situation with this mom. He's getting abused every day. So she comes into his room at night and she starts biting his stomach.
Yeah, I mean, really, scratching, biting. It's like Drag Me to Hell, the movie.
He's so drunk he doesn't even know, but then he wakes up and he's got these big chunks.
She's like, I think he keeps her in that hatch from Evil Dead, you know, on the floor. She comes up.
They're saying that we should reenact that scenario.
That would be great. You do look like his mother. I was going to say, you got the same haircut, same build. All right, this is another one from Saiyanz, and he posted this himself. He calls into a podcast that Sam Tripoli is on. Is this queued up here?
No, that's queued up to the part that they bring.
Should we just play the whole thing?
Maybe we should watch the whole thing and see how much he sucks up to them.
So here's Sam Tripoli, and what's good about the reason I'm showing you any of this, I wouldn't have even showed you the Saiyanz mom thrashing if this clip didn't exist, because this is ultimately about Sam Tripoli and his fear of Red Bar. Yep. It appears after I saw his sons in heaven with my little Eric Clapton song, Sam said, I am unable to take on Red Bar. And Sam wants a truce now.
Sam Tripoli.
So let's see. This is Sam Tripoli and I talk about Bob. Okay. And Red Bar. Look at this. I'm in the title. Red Bar. I have every reason to play this. Red Bar, they say. You know, what does that sound like to somebody who's never heard about Red Bar?
Hey, caller, what's the name of
that the stupidest word? I hate titles. I hate names. Let's see this clip. Let's see what happens here. But ultimately, it's proof that Sam is afraid of Red Bar. He's backing down from the charity boxing event. You know, it's costing me a lot of money. Oh. Wow, how pleasant.
To ask Sam about Bob Lazar.
So he calls in. Saiyanz is calling into their shows. That's a fool's move.
Aww.
Hosts don't call. All right? Hosts lead. The followers call. Hosts don't call. Keep that in mind.
Or if he believes him or not.
Okay, here's what I think that is with Bob Lazar. I think they wanted him to see that stuff, so he'd go out and tell everybody. I make no illusions have any clue.
I just realized this. Sam Tripoli's wife is trying to get divorced from him and take the kids. Did you know this?
No, who says?
Yep, his wife. They're in a custody battle.
What?
For real. Yeah, 100%. She's trying to take the kids.
Well, what a blessing that would be.
She may or may have not emailed me, Jules.
No.
Yep.
Are you serious? Because I didn't know about that.
We might read this email coming up on the show. I didn't want to stir the beans. But Sam Tripoli's wife is in the process of trying to divorce him. She ain't got no money. That's the problem.
I mean, he called you a pedophile, so that's like the worst thing you can call someone, so it's open season, right?
So Sam, his wife, is trying to take away those googly-eyed helmet twins And Sam might be
a
wearing
custody battle. Both of them don't want the kids.
Your Honor, these kids, trust me, they're very retarded. I bet Sam's got one of those goofy retarded kid helmets under that. That's why he wears his big tall hats, because he's got that thing to keep your brain from scrambling that his kids wear. Those beige medical grade helmets where you look like that Chinese fighter from all the memes. He's got that same helmet on. All right, let's see what happens here.
It could be everything. It could be nothing in terms of what aliens represent. Yeah, right. I mean, like, if you look at Bill Cooper's book, he talked about how he thought that the government wanted him to see those documents so he would talk about them.
Why didn't he just download Tor and get back in?
I've been repeating that over and over in my head since the show.
Don't like the government? Download Tor, get back in. It's as simple as that.
So I don't know, man. I mean, it could be everything, right? It could be that there is both good technology. There's both good entities, bad entities. The bad entities are working with the military industrial.
Saiyanz calling in. He's not calling in to prank them. He's calling in to try to be friends with them, which is weird. You know, again, it would be like if you caught me calling into Melton's show and sucking up to him, and it's not a bit, it's not a troll. It's like, what are you doing? These are our enemies, Sai.
And all of his fans in the comments of this video are like, Sam's actually nice, Sam rules.
Yeah, you see what they do? They bend out their fools. They don't mean it. They got no heart in this game.
No,
they're not for real.
What it takes.
These people just want to be these people. You know, they're what my YouTube commenters mean when they say, you just want to be them. You're jealous. Well, maybe, because most people, you'd be right. Let's see.
To give them weapons, and that's the flying saucers we see. And then they're constantly battling these.
Instead of flying saucer, I believe he said flying sausage.
It's better.
He's in serious mode. Sam Tripoli's in serious mode talking about conspiracy. Listen to what he says. I got to hear if he said flying sausage.
Good entities, bad entities. The bad entities are working with the military industrial complex to give them weapons, and that's the flying saucers we see. And then they're
That's the flying sausage we see, he said.
Constantly battling these high-frequency entities.
And then, of course, the guy from Jackass, Johnny Knoxville, here as the host. You know, today's Johnny Knoxville.
It's who knows.
You're going to love this
who
call.
Knows? But what I won't believe is anything the media.
Flying sauces is what he said. Yeah. A flight of sauces to taste test them to see which one is the best.
And the government tells me.
Yeah, caller. What do you think?
Saiyanz, the caller.
Well, I do run a huge YouTube channel called Saiyanz Entertainment, and I cover Sam and Brian and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm very new to the conspiracy stuff, but I tend to believe Bob Lazar.
I think he believes.
Imagine believing Bob. I hate Bob Lazar, by the way.
Saiyanz is always watching Sam Tripoli's show and Brian Callen's show, and then instead of making fun of them, he accidentally got sucked in.
Yeah, he gets sucked into the conspiracies.
Fuck, man.
This would be like if we watch Mountain, we got sucked into Ty Rivera content.
What are you saying? I would suspect that the people who run Area 51, especially the human resources department,
our guys do that too. The people who hate Red Bar, they come in the chat. You're here today, and I don't want to talk you out of this. I won't be able to, so that's why I'm willing to say this. We get, every time we do the show, there's 10 to 20 people that hate us. They're here to hate watch, right? But they end up getting sucked into the content. We watch them. They try to make fun of us, but then 2 minutes later, we see them commenting on the stuff we're showing.
One or the other.
You can't ever get sucked into the fool. If I'm the fool, you can't get sucked into the fool's content while you're here to bet. It's the number one rule. That's how you know. I also, here's an easy way to spot an R. I talked about this in the Bring Back group. It's brilliant. Here's the easiest way to spot an R. If there is somebody accusing me of being R, retarded, right? Or a fool. You ever see these guys who goes, what people don't know is Mike is actually the number one fool in all of them. Okay. That's how you know who's an R, if they're saying something like that. Oh, yeah, I'm the retard. Oh, yeah, that makes perfect sense. I'm the stupidest one out of all these guys. Oh, yeah, that's definitely probably it. So that's how you know when somebody's truly retarded. They say something like that. And if they start commenting on the content that they're supposed to be hate watching, that's a true R. And Saiyanz is guilty again. He's fallen in love with the content from his enemies. Let's watch.
I tend to believe Bob Lazar.
I think he believes what he's saying. I would suspect that the people who run Area 51, especially the Human Resources Department, when they reach out to a new candidate, they have done a psychological profile, and they will have probably an analysis that will give the information whether or not this new candidate is likely to leak information.
Got a guy in the chat here. You know, I got my eye on the chat right now, so be careful what you say. Somebody says, this chat is super edgy. Excuse me? Did you just insult the whole chat? Not going to stand here. I don't have any remarks for you, anything hard-hitting, but I will say this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't insult the chat. Because they're all black. You want to be known as a racist? Go for it. That would be a good way to get out of things. Guys, our whole chat is actually Afro-Americans. You remember that when Kramer was busted for saying, he's a nigger! He came on David Letterman the very next day and he goes, I offended an Afro. And they're like,
keep their mouth shut. What kind of person they really are. And before they bring him into the most sensitive, secret testing facility probably on the planet.
They're going to get
And so they brought him in, and they ran a psychological profile on him. They brought him in because they probably knew he would leak something at a certain point in time.
Dude, I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Midnight. I could not.
You shouldn't be agreeing with anything right now. You have no business to be in agreement with anything.
Nope.
You're not logical.
Agree more. We are data. They have us down to our data. They know how we're going to react to stuff.
So imagine how big of a pussy you would need to be if you're afraid of someone having your data. What are you, a data male? What a fag. These are the same guys like, I ain't afraid of shit, man. Come fight me in the street. You're not afraid of a fight, but you're afraid of people having your data. You know, talk about a bitch. You're afraid of Mark Zuckerberg and his data? Think about it. You ever flipped it on any of these guys? I thought you're big, bad, gun-toting, which I do. Don't take that as an insult here. All right, I got guns. I love guns, and I love shooting people, too. I take it one step further. I like the school shooting part of it, where guns guys are like, oh, no, we don't do any school shootings. Okay. Well, then you're not into guns fully. So, but imagine how big of a bitch you would be to be so afraid that somebody has some data. Oh, I won't go on Facebook because they trace my data. So you're scared of a site. Imagine what it would be like taking this dude to a haunted cemetery. He wouldn't be able to go through the gates. You know, what kind of a pussy is afraid to have his data sold? You ever heard this take? Man up. It's data. It's not like somebody's killing your kid. You know what I'm afraid of? Ghosts and demon. Which is the plural for demons. The right way to say it. Demon. I'm afraid of demon. That's real fear. You know, not, oh my God, they're going to know what t-shirt I want to buy. Oh my God, what will I do? Then buy the shirt. You know what I do on Instagram when they target ad me? I buy the stuff. This is what I say to them all the time on Instagram. I'm on Instagram and it's a another targeted ad. I hate
and
this.
I think they do that with everything.
Shut the fuck up. You're interrupting. This is what I do when I see a targeted ad. I buy every product they show me. You know how many phone mounts I have? Useless plastic phone mounts that don't work in my events.
You know how many t-shirts I have that are exactly the same as a t-shirt Big Mike has
yes,
by accident?
Millions. So stop being so afraid of my dad. You're supposed to be a man, not a bitch.
I think they do that
What
with
it
cops.
take?
I think if you're and I have cousins who are police officers and in law enforcement.
Ooh.
I think if you go and take
Can I frame them for black M? Murder. Everybody who's in law enforcement, I frame for murder, and everybody that's black, I say the cops are coming and he has a gun. I said this to a guy the other day. Some guy was talking shit about me. I go, say another word, I'll call the police. I'll say you have a gun. Okay? I'm white, you're black. Then I spit on him. Is that right? Could you get canceled for that?
Probably.
the police psychological exam and you come off as too nice, maybe they don't want you.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? When you join the military.
No. Hot take alert. Someone says, it is actually a hot take. It's way more advanced than any take you've ever heard on one of these shitty shows. So I hope you were serious. Thank you. Let's hear the rest of this. Wait till you see Saiyanz. He's trying to be friends with these two.
Psychological exams, maybe they take the craziest of crazies and put them in a certain program. I mean, I think data is everything. And I think they probably know who's going to leak stuff and who's not going to leak stuff.
Hey, caller, what's the name of your channel again? Let's get it out there.
Here we go.
Saiyanz Entertainment.
Saiyanz.
Saiyanz Entertainment? Okay.
Listen to this.
I have a hard time knowing whether or not Sam and Brian like me or hate me.
I have a hard time. I don't want to make fun of the guy. He's calling in. I have a hard time. Do Brian and Sam like me? Do they not like me? Listen to this, man. But then here's why we're playing this. Sam has fully backed down to this red bar stuff. I thought we were doing a celebrity fight. I thought I'm a pedophile. Discovery was on the way. Remember when Sam threatened me with Discovery? Well, he's packed away those threats into a little box that are going with his kids and the wife. Because listen to this.
Hard time knowing whether or not Sam and Brian like me or hate me.
I don't know. What do you do?
Yeah. How do they know you?
They don't even know you right now. Sam's on the phone with him right now. They don't even know him. He knows me. I can't call into these shows and start saying my channel name.
What do you do?
Yeah. How do they know you?
This.
How do you know? This is awkward. I do videos about the guys. Like if Brian says something.
This is awkward. I do videos about the guys. Why is it awkward? Is it awkward that I do videos about the guys? I hope not. I hope nothing I'm doing is awkward. Oh, I see why it would be awkward. Because you're trying to befriend the people you make hate videos about. Interesting concept. I've tried that too. It works.
Or it does something. I covered the whole Sam Tripoli versus Red Bar thing, and then I destroyed Red Bar.
Somebody lit up when they heard Red Bar. Look at this. Watch. He was like this, and wait till you see his face when he hears the word Red Bar.
The whole Sam Tripoli versus Red Bar thing, and then I destroyed Red Bar.
Red Bar? Wait, Red Bar? Wait, what? Red Bar? Yes, Red Bar!
Well, I mean, maybe he's not aware of you. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there.
You're supposed to say, Sam, you should chime in right now. He's a pedophile. Discovery. No one talks about my kid. But instead, we're going to hear this. This is what Sam has to say after hearing the word Red Bar, the scariest word in the comedic world.
Well, I mean, maybe he's not aware of you. I mean, there's a lot of videos out there, and it's just hard to dissect everything and digest everything.
Listen, dude, you know my opinion is. This is my opinion.
No, I know what your opinion is. Fight in a celebrity match. I'm a pedophile, and no one talks about your kids. That was your opinion last week.
Are you backing down?
When my opinions change, I let everyone know. Guys, I got to change. Because it's not fair to tell you a bunch of crap and then change it on you without letting you know how I got to the change. These types of guys, they change their opinions based on what works for them, and they don't include you in that evolution ever. do they? Because you're not necessarily very important to them. So let's see what Sam's opinion on Red Bar today is. Last week it was fighting, pedophile, and discovery. This week it's
Respect everything and digest everything.
Listen, dude, you know my opinion is my opinion, and I'll check out your videos for
gotta
sure.
push this down.
My whole thing is this: I love everybody, and I hope your channel blows up and you make money and you live a very happy life.
You want me to make money? Okay, no problem. And you don't want any of those things from me. And I'll tell you something, Sam. Boy, have your opinions changed. How quickly have they changed? I wonder...
Was it the song?
Was it the song? Was it I'm Unstoppable? Was it the 7 different people who made a clip of my song about your kids?
It was a hit song.
Will your kids live? Do do no 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 when I bury them in cemeteries? Can they breathe underground? Wasn't that a lyric? Can they breathe through packed dirt and soil and bugs? They won't be around to ever see a town because they're grounded, literally. Let's hear his change. He loves everyone.
You know, and that's really all I care about. And anything else
Oh,
is
yeah,
just
wait.
Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Don't tell them to grow up out of it.
Comedian changes. Where a comedian decides, I'll let it go. Comedian changes. Only on Red Bar.
Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes.
I love that one. That's because we actually have that on the soundboard because comedians make changes so often, and they're really like foolish changes that kind of blow their whole. It's like, dude, your whole philosophy can't just change without bringing us with you. It's fucking rude. Let's hear the rest.
like I move on, and that's it, man. You know, I'm not really, I just want to have fun and talk and everybody. And if, you know, you like our videos and you
So
talk.
it's a little too, it's not that fun fighting with me, is it? I just want to have fun and just, you see the fools do this all the time. When we went after Melton all the time, he was like this hard ass guy. And then all of a sudden, I just want to like make comedy and just be, oh yeah? Or is it that you're in a brutal fight that you're losing? What a fucking pussy.
Talk about, that's great. If you don't like our videos, there's not much I can do about it, and I just kind of live my life and do all that stuff, and I just know when you get to a certain
is there like a kid taken away and thing with the courts that's kind of occupying your time right now, and you can't really have battles? I'm gonna go 10 times harder on this guy right now. I'm gonna take it to the physical realm.
He started it.
You started it, and you're really evil and bad and should be wiped off this earth. Seriously, like legally, you should be wiped off this earth. I'd like to do a discovery project on you.
level, and I'm a very basic bitch, right? You know, in terms of the whole the hierarchy of content creators, I'm very low on it, and you know, I just know that there's a lot of, you know, people take videos and
Imagine if I said something like this. You either huff and puff and you make these houses go away, or you don't. You can't just be a different guy every time your mood changes, you know? And these people, they let their pills, they let their emotions decide who they are today. I just want love. You want love for everybody. You wanted to fight everybody last week. Me, Ethan Klein, Biden.
talk about it, and it's interesting. So it's like, it's just an interesting time we live in. So I enjoy it. Sometimes sometimes the videos when people analyze stuff I say make me laugh, and I understand where they're like, okay, I do.
So you're in like stage 1 of pill working mode today. I mean, really, that's why you should always broadcast at the same time, so you get the same guy. I picked up on this when Adam Carolla, the Ace Man, He was doing his show in the morning, and then he was doing Adam and Dr. Drew at around 6 p.m. on Thursdays or something like that. And it was like a night and day personality shift. On his morning show, he was fine. He was great. He was the Adam Carolla that you understand. And on that Dr. Drew show, no wonder Dr. Drew don't want to work with him. He was in such a foul mood every episode. And everything Dr. Drew said, he'd poo-poo. And you go, you really should stick to the same time that you do your show because you don't want people seeing a different you constantly. It puts people at an uneasement. So here's Sam Tripoli. He's not the person he wanted you to believe he was. Let's finish it up.
People analyze stuff I say, make me laugh, and I understand whether like, okay, I do sound like a retard or not. But, we just kind of go along with it.
No, your sons sound like retards, not you. You sound evil. Your sons sound googly. They make funny clown music when I clank their heads together.
I hope it may get you views and you make a lot of money.
Oh.
Caller, you are on the air.
That's his new angle. I hope it gets you views and you make a lot of money. Let's see if that works, Sam. Oh, Sam's cool now, I guess. Nope. We hate you. What is
Gino is flat broke. Gino ain't got no money. Flat broke. He's always looking so damn crummy. Flat broke Gino. Ain't nobody think he's funny. He can't move